a grandmother.
Women in leadership, business, and lifestyle.
I know I do. Sometimes it can be overwhelming.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Lifin' Talk. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday and happy holidays, and probably by the time that you see this, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Dr. Rose.
Thank you. Happy
Well,
New Year.
I am so glad that I have my very special guest on with me and my collaborator, my mentor, and my friend, Dr. Rose White. And welcome to you, and good morning to you.
Good morning.
Well, you know what? Today I thought that we talk about a very interesting topic because we're all evolving, and it's about just still becoming. So the evolution of us, what we want to become, how does that look like? How does that feel like in this next coming year? And it's different for everybody. And today I want to give you some strategies and give you food for thought. And this is what we do as life coaches, is really look at another point of view when we're talking with our clients, and just another maybe thought process that you can implement in your everyday life to help you meet your goals, achieve your dreams. And it's no time like the present, since we're coming into a brand new year, 2026. Can you believe that?
2026.
So what does that mean about becoming? And you know what, for growth, there's a lot of things in the middle. So you also have to embrace the messy middle of you, as you evolving as a person, or maybe in your personal life, with any struggles that you may have. You have to give room for grace and for patience to transition into what you want to become. And so this is what today's Lifin' Talk is really all about. And before we get started, I want to encourage each and every one of you watching to subscribe and share, hit the like button, because this is what we are here. This platform is to give you food for thought, some coaching for fuel, and just a different point of view. And because we are in this life together, and so whether you realize it or not, in some form or fashion, we're all connected as humans to the heart, to people. And you know what? This constant growing, because we all have that in common. And so we might be in different stages of our life, but the commonalities that we have in us all are amazing. And so that's the beauty of growth, and that is the beauty of evolving. So I want to start with you, Dr. Rose. You want to tell anybody that's watching a little bit about you and how you have become, and part of the lesson, because we all are still becoming.
Yeah.
We want to become ... So what does that look like? Where have you been, and where do you want to become on your journey of 2026? I can't believe that
Wow.
a new year, 2026. Wow.
2026. I could almost probably do a comedy show on this part when it comes to becoming. But I am Dr. Rose White of Elevate Pathways and Coaching. And such a great topic, because, you know, you think about becoming, the one thing that stood out when you said becoming, I thought about that butterfly. Before it's a beautiful butterfly, you know, it is actually this ugly worm. You know, it's that caterpillar that is in a cocoon. And caterpillars, if you ever see, they're not really pretty. But it's amazing that when they evolve, that when they burst out from that cocoon, they become something that is absolutely beautiful. And so that's what stands out to me when you talked about becoming. It is a process of what I feel is all about transformation. We're being transformed.
Yes.
Even our minds is transforming. And for me, I was definitely that, you know, what they call that ugly little duckling. You know, when I was a little girl, oh, Lord have mercy, I was something else. But you know, every day I realize I'm becoming. You ever heard the story about a lot of times when people get older, they look better? But it's amazing that as we're becoming, we're transforming. Our mind is transforming, our attitudes are transforming, the way we see things, our belief system is constantly becoming. And that's the whole thing. We're not the finished product yet. Right now, what you're seeing in us is still a product that is becoming what it shall be. We are, you know, as it talks about, we're just clay and we're being molded every day and we're being transformed to become our better selves.
That is phenomenal. So in becoming yourself, what have you learned along the way?
Oh, my. I have learned a lot, you know, because I'm a comedian by just because all kinds of things is going off in my head. But I'm realizing that for me, I'm becoming a person that can be more positive. You know, I don't see the cup half empty.
Yes.
I'm becoming the person that now sees it not even half full, but I'm talking about full already. You know, and becoming that person that see things in a whole different light, because that's not the way I was. And, you know, down through the years, I have watched even my own self and have done some self-evaluation. You know, it's quick to always evaluate somebody else, assess somebody else, but we don't always look at the man or the woman in the mirror and evaluate our own selves. And so I see that where I was that person that was the doubting Thomas or didn't necessarily always believe, always had the hopes, but still always had the little doubts that perhaps I can't do this. So I'm becoming more of that individual every day that don't see what I don't have, but I see the things that I don't have as that which can catapult me into what I will have. So it is an attitude change. It is a shift of where I'm at. And every day I'm recognizing that the roles that used to be years ago is no longer the roles of today here in 2026. I can definitely see where I have changed, even as far as from 2025. There are new things, new attitude that I have today in this new year than I had in last year.
And we are all constantly growing. And I think that you mentioned the butterfly. You know, if you study scientifically, it is amazing. Once that caterpillar goes into that cocoon, how it has to go through that metamorphosis or that metamorphic change, much like us, you know, that we're constantly changing and shedding the old and bringing in the new. And I think that if you look at or ever study that transition or the stages of the butterfly or the caterpillar to become the butterfly, it totally disintegrates and from a cellular level, and it starts to change and transform in that cocoon. And much like the time that they're in there, they do go through stages. And as a life coach, as we meet with clients, very much we dissect you know, with talking to you about where are you in your stage of life, okay? It doesn't matter your position monetarily or your career or anything like of that nature. It's really about the inside, because that's what needs to transform to become a better version of you. So as we talk about, you know, becoming, it is a powerful tool to really think about where are you now and what you want to become in 2026, because you've got to look at and evaluate every area of your life. And when we could probably talk a lot more and go deeper, but some things that you really have to evaluate is, where do you see yourself? Because becoming somebody else, becoming better, bigger than you are now, bigger can be, you know, bolder, so to speak, have bigger dreams. It all starts with action steps and setting goals. Setting goals first aligns to your vision, because if you don't have a vision, you don't have a plan, how are you ever going to get the action steps to become a better version of you? So taking a diagnostic and looking at every area of your life, that includes from internally, your mental health, your health, your career. Where do you want to go? Does it align with your gifts and talents? Where do you see yourself wanting to grow? And then also looking at your financial picture. Do you have that picture in your mind? Because that also brings in stress, that also brings in worry. So it's about decluttering. And when you do that, evaluate all areas of your life, then you can move and create a plan to become. And only you can fill in those dots. Become a better person, become more educated, because knowledge is power. Become entrepreneur, solopreneur, if that's what you want to. Also become more financially set, or you know, have other means of income. And so all of that, the becoming is action steps in forward motions, because what we've got to do, Dr. Rose, and I'm sure that you would definitely agree, take a step back, look backwards, and learn from that and move forward. And so that's also a value added as when you have a life coach, you can actually sit down and analyze, and you can work on a life plan, because at the end of the day, there is no wrong or right, because there's no comparison, because you know what, you're unique.
That's right.
That's what makes you you. You're one of a kind and you're a masterpiece. And so those are some takeaways that I hope that you really get that into the new year, that you can become a better version of you. But for you to do that, new things need to transpire. A vision, a plan, action steps, and activation. So, Dr. Rose, do you have any final closing thoughts that you want to share?
You know, only thing that I want to add, because this was so good, you know, and that is that when you talked about taking a step back, know that in becoming, it does require a permission to start again. to begin. It's okay. You can start all over again because new levels demands new skills. This is a new year, learning something new and taking that, being able, as you stated, moving forward. This is your season of moving forward into your greatest hour.
Thank you, Dr. Rose. And one final thought that I have is that becoming a better version, it takes work, okay? If you're stuck, if you stay stagnant, if you don't move, it is what it is, and you're gonna stay in the same place that you have been in 2025. 2026 is just 2 days away. So move and push yourself, whether that's, learning something new. It doesn't cost anything. A lot of things that you could find online. Stretch yourself. Get out of your comfort zone. And you know what? Do it afraid. So that's my last little nugget for you today. So I hope that you have enjoyed the segment and have just gotten a couple of nuggets, because that's what we're here to do, is just encourage you, motivate you, and to move your compass in a forward motion. And I hope that everybody has a great day. Happy New Year, and make it the best year ever. And Dr. Rose, thank you again.
Thank you.
And until then, we shall see you very, very soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye now. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.